All right. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. This is Demon Gate. The campaign is called Beyond the Shadow. This is episode 2. Story takes place in the tortured South, in a country called Eichelborg. And we're gonna start in the city called Dark Rest, back where we started episode 0/1. It's basically a place riddled with crime and corruption. And as a reminder, we'll try to keep it as grim, dark as possible. So any fear mechanics are basically just meant to scare the character, not you guys. And you can be rewarded extra SP for RPing the moments. Helps everybody. It helps the story be more immersive. Mechanical aspects I wanted to tell you guys about too. I added a couple of things. If you click on your token, you'll see the top left-hand corner. There's these buttons that pop up. You'll see like attacks, attributes. If you don't know Roll20 that well, you click on there. Those are token macros, and they're so you don't have to open your sheet for everything. Basically, it's just a quick. You can click those, and make rolls without opening your sheet. You got attacks, you got attributes, and if you're a caster, you'll see, casting button, non-combat casting. There's also some gift emoji. Don't worry about that. That's for leveling up. There's a target emoji for hit location. You'll see a circular arrows. That's for scatter dice. And then there's a chat bubble you'll see. That one's to whisper to the GM or another player at any time if you want to. Got all the character names under there if you click on it. And you can just click on the name you want to whisper to and then type whatever you want to say and then hit enter and it'll whisper. Only they'll see it. That's usually the only time you'll get my attention if you want to whisper something to me. Because like if you try to send me a message in Discord, I usually don't catch it unless you call it out. At the end, there's an abacus. Just because we're playing Demon Gate and you need to know advanced calculus to configure hits and damage and stuff. No, that's a joke. That's you only really need high numbers when you get higher level. So yeah, be sure to check out arcanumsyndicate.com and the Patreon, and we're going to introduce everybody. I'm Rogue, I'll be the Game Master tonight. And the question, I usually do like an icebreaker question when we do our intros. You just tell yourself who you are and your character, and then where did your character get his or her training in their profession? And if you want to lie, that's all cool too, because you can be secretive about it, whatever. All right, we'll start with Shu.
Yeah, I'm Shu. I play Ryad. Still trying to figure out how to pronounce it. He is a Fatagi, like half demon, knight errant. Received training from his time conscripted into the military of a long fallen kingdom, or of a since fallen kingdom. The details are not important. I wasn't there, so we lost. Now I'm here.
Awesome. And Stratus. Who's Stratus playing?
I am playing Locke the Troll. That's it. He's a troll.
Where did you get your training, Locke the Troll?
It is a mystery.
Raining? What? What is that?
He got his training by breaking a table.
Bar fights and brawls.
My poor table! Multiple gold pieces.
All right, Garrett. Who we got playing Garrett?
I'm Garrett, as you just heard, I'm playing a human man named Midas. He did receive some training, but it's more lived experience over his long life and his ventures in the woods. He has known a few mages in his life, so he's gotten a few bits and bobs from them. He's not the most skillful, even though he likes to boast. And he's kind of making his way, look for some people to party with.
All right, Firo.
Hello, I'm Pharaoh, and I'm playing Virion, our Dark Eldrin Summoner. He actually received his training in summoning magic from his mother, who unfortunately met a grisly fate, all too common among summoners who summon things they probably shouldn't, or perhaps delve into the outer planes never to return. At the moment, he is still pursuing that idea of perhaps if he becomes good enough summoner, he can follow wherever his mom went, or maybe recover her for his family. But at the moment, it is mostly just an avenue of dark power that he has known all too well can end up with some mishaps. As his first time summoning a warg, an innocent kid got bit to death, and he was forced to put the dog down with his hands.
Dragonburn.
I'm Drakenbird. I'm playing good old Isaac. He probably would be a nominal student of the Thaumaturgical Institute, though being as sick as he was, he realistically couldn't go in person, so occasionally he would have someone come and tutor him in the alchemical arts.
Right.
Until eventually he broke away and started doing his own thing.
Nice. Tapioca.
I'm Tapioca. I'm playing Artemide, the fine owner of this establishment, which I may have quite literally paid a little bit of my soul for. Well, that is the cost of such things. I was trained in much of what I do in terms of education and whatnot by my father. And in terms of the other side of what I do, well, most of that's self-taught, so to say.
Excellent. Everybody should see a scene right here.
Yep, see.
Excellent. I'm going to read this little intro, and it'll let you know about what's going on here. It's the year 1379 of the 11th era, year of the Crow. It's the 8th of Council. Time of the Convergence is growing near. The time of the Algor as well, when 3 months of darkness consume the world as the planet moves into its aphelion. The sky is often overcast in the southlands of Ichabor. Ominous clouds looming over the entirety of the land. The metropolis, known as Dark Rest, looks out over the Sea of Shadows. It's a place filled with illusion and mystery, much like the city itself. Dark Rest is ruled by High King Aulark. He has ruled this massive city for 16 years. It's a place with a population growing to almost 1 million mortal souls. The rumors of the High King circulate through the streets and tell a different story about how the real rulers of the city are guild masters and merchant lords, slave traders, and the silver mines down near Emerald Bay. They're all run by powerful guilds that are constantly at war and fighting over control of territories and power. High King, he collects coins from the highest bidders while sitting on his throne in the firmament. That's what the poor call the Vault Districts. It's a place where the richest in the city live. It's a walled portion of the city that's cut off from the common folk. The northernmost part of the city rests on high cliffs, and dark rest is it's shaped like an inverted crescent moon. So the farther south that you go, the more poverty you witness. Walled portions of the city, they cut off and segregate classes of people, till you get all the way down to the lower end, where it curves into caverns and in the mountains. And that's what you see in this image here. It's kind of the lower districts inside the caves. This is, of course, where you lot dwell at the bottom, in places called the Nether Wharves, Blackhand Mine, the Tin Powder Keg, Potter Street, and Red Alley. None are as dangerous, though, as the Grotto, where the Blood Tarks, Shadow Elves, and Pale Dwarfs, and Goblins are much more prominent. The Silver Mine is a district near the Emerald Bay. They call it that due to the green color. It's not a pretty body of water, it's a cesspool within the caves. It's where they find bodies every night, floating in the water. Corpses of those who crossed the guilds. One such guild is run by Shadow Elves, and they call themselves the Unheard in the common tongue. They possess an unsteady alliance with the Pale Dwarfs, who also, they call themselves the Valkyr, which in the common tongue translate into the Witch's Hammer. So these two groups, they run the silver mines for the High King, and they let no one stand in their way. Even the new gleaming symbol of hope that has set up within the city, the Order of Scion, they've started creating all of these churches and stuff and giving people hope and started converting people. There's much to do in the city. Mandatory curfew has been struck at high moon, which is after midnight, is an attempt to try to eradicate some of the crime. There's a doomsday prophecy often circulating in the city about the convergence in the middle of the month. On the 15th of Council, there's pale plague running through some of the slums, the Grotto, and the Red Guard are trying to contain it. So the camera pans down across the city. Shattered moon looming over the city. Camera moves down Red Alley, making its way through dirty streets, where street urchins scatter, taking what little a drunk had left. Pans past a tavern, the Leaky Boot, and beyond that there's a red lantern lighting the alleyway into a brothel, where you see some smiling harlots beckoning towards travelers on the streets. There's a weathered sign outside that reads, "The Traveler's Fire." And that's where we're gonna start. It's gonna be 2 days after the events that transpired.
Oh, wow.
So you guys will have like a little healing time. You might have even gotten that table fixed if you really want to.
Yes, please.
It's up to you.
I would hope it's not up to anybody else but me.
Would that be enough time to reset my physical condition back to full?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I forgot how much it costs to live.
Yes, living is expensive. However, if you stay under my enterprise, I might be able to assist you with that.
I refuse your offer.
If at all possible, unless somebody stops Varian, he would suggest the thing that he mentioned in text several times ago, which is summon up the warg and have them specifically gnaw on all of the hands of the corpses, so that we can frame or potentially try and frame it as the work of the gnawed hand.
I can also help make the corpses disappear entirely. I have contacts. We can pretend that nothing ever happened in this establishment.
I suppose that depends on which route we go with. If we wanted to frame them as the potential victims of the rival gang, that would have been Varian's suggestion. But if we want to just completely have them disappear, that could also be a good reason to call upon our new arrival to the group.
I mean,
So you wanted
probably. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, you wanted to try to find a way to get rid of the bodies?
Yes, at the time. I offered to contact some people that would make sure that those bodies are never seen again.
I'll let you guys roleplay that. Figure that out.
I think I don't particularly want to get involved, and I do know that Corbus was in the room the last time we were talking about it. I think I kept us from saying anything about it being the Valkyr specifically. He came in and was like, "Oh, who are these people?" And Isaac was like, "Don't. Whatever you do not say it while looking at Virion." And he was just like, "These are just a couple schmucks." So, at the very least, people would know that people died in, the Traveler's Fire that night. It's important if we would need to frame this as someone else, otherwise rumors might go around, and then we need to spread our own
that was
about
kind of
what
the
happened.
idea with Varian, because since we already have witnesses of the deaths, it's easier for us to cover them up as the gnawed hand killed them and gnaw on all of their hands with a warg, and then leave them in the streets rather than completely make the bodies disappear.
Exactly. We want the bodies to be found, we just don't want it to be linked to us, though. The issue is, what if people might be able to speak with the spirits of the dead?
Indeed.
It might be honestly better to just get rid of the bodies entirely and then spread our rumors about what happens over the next couple days.
The other thing that I could possibly suggest is leaving some of the body parts about of one of the individuals to allow them to be found, the gnawed hands, and then the rest I can go with my contact in order to, again, make them disappear. Only one body truly needs to be found.
That is a fair point.
I'd prefer also if we sold the slave, and, well, I'll deal with the
Other one.
distasteful one.
Probably would work for the best. I'll leave you to it. This is your mess, not mine, after all.
That is fine.
In that case, Viren would end the evening with summoning a warg and gnawing on the hands of one of the corpses, whichever is the one that we choose to leave outside to be found, to potentially frame the rival gangs. And then he would probably endeavor to spend the rest of the evening tending to the customer he procured from the neighboring tavern.
Oh yeah, Tannis.
Make sure that the warg is the one that rips it off so that it looks like an animal did it, cutting it clean off.
He makes sure that the warg is ripping off the arms and biting on them, gnawing on them, as it were.
Then I'll make sure the bodies are taken care of. I have been considering starting a bit more into the animal enterprise. A few pigs, so to speak.
A sound investment.
Okay. Yeah, if nothing else, we'll go ahead and go to scene and introduce Midas.
I suppose maybe, is there any particular role that is needed over the course of the next 2 days as we are arranging these things to happen?
One copper per day for food. Yeah, that'd be good.
And also, was able, I'm not sure if you were still there by the very end of the last session, but the last thing Varian was spending his one frenzy on was to try and ensure the deal with the orc from the other establishment. Was he able to get her to part with her winnings or not? Because that was literally supposed to happen the night of the fight.
Right.
They taking care of the fight, and later on, they
And
were
then-
going to spend time together. He was
Yeah.
going to offer his services.
Yeah. What were you charging her?
Well, his idea was to charge her the winnings from the pot that he was participating in, because he knows she at least had 12 silver on her, because that was what everyone was putting into the pot. So that would have been
Did
his
you already
asking
roll
price.
for that session, or last session?
Yes, I believe it was the last roll. Let me just find it. I know he was using his frenzy. That's why he was using the social pool dice.
Yeah. Yeah, if you find it, let me know what the roll results were.
1 second, I'm just opening it up right now.
Other than that, Shu, yeah, one cover per day, for food and a place to stay. It's like a shitty, hovel if you're staying in a place.
So the 1 copper covers both food and the room.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because like food is like 1 bone, which is like a penny, and a copper is like 5 pennies. So you could get like a drink, an ale and stuff, and still get a really shitty room. Also, not everybody is staying in this establishment. Is that what we agreed upon?
That is correct. There's not enough rooms for everybody to stay in this establishment.
Okay.
I mean, that and,
Hurry.
like, a couple of us were just already not staying there. Like, Isaac is staying across the street in the Leaky... whatever?
Boot.
What was the term? Yeah, Leaky Boot.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that could be.
Varian, when he is an employee and earning money for the establishment, can use one of the available guest rooms.
Yeah, he would
But there's
definitely be
very
using it
little-
all in the night where he was there when he was arranging for the orc, but he probably would maybe splurge on some random inn somewhere else. Maybe if it's possible, because he has been inkling to potentially reach out his feelers and maybe figure out a bit more information about the unheard. If possible, he would try and maybe spend the night somewhere in their territory, maybe order an inn, pay maybe a little bit of more extra money if it's a more upper class inn, and then try and put out his feelers for that organization. And yeah, I found the number. It is 22.
22.
For his attempt to seduce the orc to part with their coin.
Okay. She's not going to give up her entire 12 silver.
Yep, you let me know how much he could wrangle out of her.
Yeah. A night of pleasure. How much does it cost, Artemide?
One night can go from usually 1 to 4 silver pieces for your basic standard. That's usually for an hour per. A night of pleasure can go up to a gold coin, or if there's someone really special, such as specifically a courtesan, usually double that of simply an entertainment slave.
Alright. It was a pretty good roll too, so let's do 6 silver. That would be equal to over a gold. That gives her a chance to also take her winnings and still be able to afford other things.
Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose, out of curiosity, is there anything that she would have divulged during her pillow talk, so to speak, if there is any random idle chatter she mentions about the establishment that she's from?
Roll a d100. Yeah. So I changed my idea for what we'll have Midas do. We'll probably have a scene with whoever wants to go to the Leaky Boot. I think that was Isaac. And
Yeah, Isaac is there, and I think Locke was staying there as well.
Okay. So it could be Isaac and Locke. And you guys might run into Midas over there.
Okay.
95. Nothing of consequence is really gained from her.
Probably some idle chatter about the game or random things from the tavern.
Yeah, stuff about her past, things like that. Probably some pillow talk, But not much else.
All right. And then for the second night, if possible, Vrian would try and maybe spend an evening in a different part of town, closer to the territory that the Unheard are rumored to be a part of, and just try and learn what he can about the organization. Mostly
Okay.
curious.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And we'll come back to that scene, and we'll see if anybody else. I mean, if you want to go alone, that's cool too. We'll see if anybody follows you, though. Let's go to the tavern scene. I'll probably bring everybody's tokens over there, just so. I haven't mastered the use of splitting screens yet. Oh, well, you know, you're on the same map anyway, so it might not matter. You would have gotten 2 days worth of healing, so everybody can roll 4d6 HP back.
Oh, it's 46? I thought it was 2d6.
It's 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Oh, is it 2d6 a night? I see.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm back to
1d6
full,
for 1d6 is for eating. You guys would have eaten, and then 1d6 for sleeping, and then 2 days.
Sure.
And that's the same for
where's-
mana recovery as well, right?
I thought mana recovery was willpower times amount slept,
Correct.
if you don't have meditation.
Okay,
Where
fine,
is
go ahead and
Locke
find that.
resting or finding a place to sleep? Or does Locke not have a place to sleep?
I think he was staying in the leaky boot. Indigo? Whoop, he's muted.
Trolls are not talkative people, I suppose.
I guess not. For now, I guess it's just me.
So you're staying out in the street, Locke? Well, I mean, to be fair, you don't have much to steal besides your wallet.
Yeah, he has a lot of money, though. He could definitely get a place to stay.
If you need somebody to hold on to your money, I can do it. This is not some suspicious offer either. I can genuinely hold on to it. It's much safer inside. Or I can try to invest it into something as well, if you so wish.
No, he's just muted.
Locke, you there? Indigo?
He might have had to leave to do something real quick.
Yeah, we'll come back. Alright, we're going to the tavern.
Alright, just me. Let's go. I'm in.
In this scene, Midas, what's your character look like?
So he's about a 6-foot old man, but he's very skinny, not strong looking at all, with his robes, long beard, and hat. He's probably tired after a long journey of coming from the wilderness to the city, so maybe even looking around with a sense of awe at the sights, given he's never really traveled too much.
Damn it, even the old man's taller than me.
He's a stick.
And Midas, what you had whispered to me before, I'm gonna say you haven't created that yet.
Nope.
Sometimes, especially walking around in the city, so you would be looking for one, to create. And walking around in the city, and a lot of places they're illegal, and black magic is illegal to where you're put to the death. Dark Rest isn't really one of those cities, though. There's a lot of slavery and stuff like that. So it depends on if you want to have been here for a while or if you're just arriving to the city. You probably wouldn't know their laws, but that's up to you. If you want to have been here for a while.
I would say he probably just arrived, maybe within the day or so. he's probably gotten some sleep, so he's not exhausted. But yeah, he's newish.
Okay, cool. And just as a heads up too, undead, especially the lowest tier undead, they shatter in sunlight. They'll turn to ash. So you have to usually there's spells that keep them from doing that, or there's you can put deep cloaks on them and stuff like that, deep hoods, to shield them from sunlight, things like that. But we'll get into that later. You're in the tavern, the Leaky Boot. It's run by an orc over here named Gordak, and the place is pretty busy for the night. It's probably around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And go ahead, Isaac. What does it look like?
Will
come in.
Yep, Isaac. This 5'9", kind of black hair, ever so slightly tinted green, very pale figure walks in. There's a veil covering his face as he briefly scans the room and heads to the bar counter to get himself something to eat. He'll, walk this way and walk right by Midas, giving him like a glance as I haven't seen this person before. He's not a regular.
Midas, he's not so averse to staring at people because he's not used to the city life, probably of crime and the like. So he sees he's being looked at. He looks back and says, "Keep the fire high."
Isaac will nod, keep your fires high, and keep going. And kind of think to himself, no one fucking says that anymore. What the hell's... No one says that in a place like this, especially. What's with this guy? Fucking, someone from the Sticks, the Boonies, Country Bumpkin, and he goes to the bar.
Gordak steps over. What do you have?
Simple meal, Gordak. Night has been rough.
All right. A bowl of brown.
By the way, who's the... And he's gonna, gesture over to, where Midas was sitting, not realizing the guy has gotten up and approaching him.
I think you probably, turn and you see the shadow of, him right behind you. His long hat. He nods.
Oh. Hi there again. Can I help
friend.
you?
Oh, no, don't mind me. I've taken the seats to your left. I hope you don't mind.
I don't.
Oh, thank you. I'm new to this area, as you might guess. Do you have a suggestion of what I should get?
Depends on how much coin you have in your pocket.
Well, if that's the sort of place... Is this the sort of place I should be saying that out loud? I think I have enough for a proper meal.
I mean, you can speak on how much money you have if you're confident in not having your purse strings cut while you're sleeping.
Well, I don't know if I'm confident about that, so... Let's just say I have enough for food.
Good, that's all you need.
Well, would you suggest something?
Well, I'm not exactly one for luxury myself. I'm just having some... What is it, gruel?
Wow.
Oh, he said brown?
He did.
Since Isaac has been a patron of this place for quite a while, he would, I assume, know what's in the brown by now, right?
Yeah, it's a broth, and it's got chunks of meat in it and potato. And he brings it back over and puts the bowl on the table for you. And he's he says, so what's been troubling you?
Well, all these people, my employer, of course, they have such such crazy demands of me. I'm just a simple doctor, a humble alchemist. And to think, as I was walking here, he's gonna think to himself, just for like a moment and like act as if he's hesitating over something, kind of like lean in a bit more. I think I saw those guys that came in earlier, Gordak. I think they were being attacked by something. I'm not quite sure though. It wasn't really my business, so I didn't stay to watch. But down the road, and he'll kind of like gesture in the opposite direction of the traveler's fire.
Do you have deceive?
No, he doesn't. But he's just like, right now, he's not exactly trying to like bold-faced lie. He's trying to act like very confused about it, as if he's not sure about what he saw.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Okay.
All right. You notice he kind of
Do I throw a social pool into this?
you do notice he kind of smirks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can throw a social pull though into it and fix that if you
Yeah, might as well try to like go for as best as he can. So I'll throw a social pool. It's one frenzy, right?
correct. And then you get to add a
Alright.
d6 explosive.
Explosive?
Yeah.
A
Cool.
6.
So what else do you add to it? To the story.
He might like how should I say? He might like shudder at the thought, as if he's acting a bit like weak and, you know, like a coward. As if he can't even like bear to think of what happens.
Yeah. Gordak says, there was heard some sounds coming from the friendly place over there. And he kind of points in the direction of the establishment.
Yeah. Isaac's just gonna. I think that might have been Tavis and Varian. They've been particularly loud for a while now.
He nods. And he says, well,
They get up to all kinds of freaky shit in there. I think one time I watched Varian come out like bruised. Crazy.
well, good. You lot need to be careful around here. Especially where the Valkyr are concerned.
I suppose, though. I have nothing against the Valkyr necessarily, though they can do to protect their territory a bit better.
I'm sorry. I can't help it over here. I'm sitting right here after all. Who are the Valkyr?
They're one of the more preeminent, let's say, guilds that run the silver mines nearby.
I see. Well, thank you. And one more thing, if I could. Can I get some of that brown? I'm a little bit hungry.
Indeed. Let me grab you a bowl here. It'll be one bone. And he goes over to grab it.
Give him one bone. You seem quite established in this area. What was your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Isaac.
Well, I'm Midas. Nice to meet you. You wouldn't happen to know a place where I could find some work? I'm new to the city, as I said.
I perhaps might know. It depends on what kind of work you're looking for, though judging by your attire, I assume something in the scholarly pursuits, perhaps?
You're one perceptive one. I can't throw that by you. But also, I'm quite the traitor myself.
He's just gonna look at Midas in the like absolutely obvious mage getup and this, aha, right. Well, the markets will be open in the morning tomorrow. You can always stop by there. The Thaumaturgical Institute probably needs, extra hands for scribes to write stuff for them, copybooks, that sort of thing. There is potentially a place up the street. It would be a bit weird as far as employment goes, but the Traveler's Fire would be looking for someone with arcane talents that you could perhaps use.
I do know a thing or two.
I assume so.
Well, I appreciate your suggestion.
If you would like to check out the Traveler's Fire, if you stay the night here, I can show you around tomorrow. I need to head there myself. I moonlight as a doctor there, you could say.
Ah, isn't luck on our side today? I would appreciate that, sir.
Wonderful. Enjoy your brown. And Isaac will...
It does look brown.
Oh, yes, it sure does.
It smells brown, too. I didn't know that was a thing, but I smell the brown.
Well, I think Gordek puts a lot of effort into making it look and smell very brown.
I look over to the man, and he seems like the type.
He comes over and he says, "Just be thankful it's not green."
Ha! I don't know what that means, but thank you.
No, he's right. I am very thankful it's not green.
Put the money down and start eating.
All right, Locke, are you in here yet? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
What is Locke doing? You're also in the tavern. And do you go up to meet them, or?
Yeah, I'm heading to the door of the tavern. I just walk in.
All right. Can you see yourself on the map there?
Let me see. Oh, I got a lot of pop-ups. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Isaac is in here, and as well as Midas. You see him over there talking to a wizard.
Oh, someone very obvious wizard garb.
Yeah.
Is anyone, like, nervous that a troll just walked in here?
There is a big orc that watches you walk by. You saw him the other day, too. He's like, he must be a bouncer.
Oh.
Oh, is this...
Okay.
Oh, is this night, like, 2 days after?
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'll have to DM you something. But besides that, yeah, I guess if Isaac sees Locke walk in, he'll, like, wave him over.
Oh, who's that? Is that a friend of yours?
A patient, actually.
Ah, he's quite the big one.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's like 9 feet tall, and he looks like the Hulk mixed with Sasquatch.
It's also thick.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Knows how to use his fists as well.
I hope I don't need a demonstration of that. You know, do either one of you know what sells good in this city? I have some money. If I could
Well,
start getting some goods.
Anything really. This you can find almost anything here, illegal or legal, in other countries.
I'll start looking around.
Anything specifically you want to look for?
Something that I can buy and then sell. So, something that has a good sale value.
Oh, you're trying to middleman resell something.
That's all I can do right now. Until tomorrow, where we go to your inn.
I would probably you won't find anything to sell tonight. I mentioned before the markets close in the evenings, or for the evening. You might want to just perhaps adjust yourself to, where you are. Make sure you haven't had anything stolen in the meantime.
Too bad. Well,
Or maybe you can follow along and we can discuss things a little bit and you can explain some of your arcane talents.
Sounds good too. Is your friend coming over here? I wave also to the unknown troll that I'm just being like, hey, come over here. Don't be shy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to move my guy.
Hello?
He's just breathing. Heavy.
Nice to meet
Look.
you as well.
Yeah, try to stay away from his face a little bit.
I wasn't planning on getting close to your face. No offense, I don't roll that way.
You never know. Why don't you sit down and have some brown, Locke?
It smells like brown.
It sure does, buddy.
Gordak smiles over to Locke when he walks up. And it looks like he's already getting a big bowl for you ready. 2 times the size of the other ones. And he says, Locke, welcome back. One of these days, I might have to hire you, if the position wasn't already filled.
Why would you want to hire me?
Just your presence alone would keep people in line. Not to
That's
say
true.
that Boris does a bad job or anything. And he mentions the orc, kind of nods to where the orc is outside.
But nothing quite beats a troll staring you down.
Riot, are you sleeping on the second floor of this place? Stu.
He's also muted.
Might not be there.
Probably not.
All right. We're going to, you guys need any more RP in this scene here, or?
No, probably not. We can move to tomorrow and get the
Oh,
group
good.
together. I will say, if Isaac has had time to go to the markets and look for like herbs and get all that kind of stuff for Locke, he would try his first attempt at getting rid of the eye rotter. So he would like go to his room, combine everything with his alembic and that sort of stuff, and put it all together and try to give it to Locke, though it will be very unfortunate that he would need to hopefully not kill Isaac while he administers it directly into his eye.
Suppose then that while you're taking care, I will likely also be traveling with you to the markets in general. Maybe a different side. After all, we have a slave that could fetch a decent price.
Yeah, and also Corbus, who's a bit more on the dark side of things.
And just to clarify, are you taking? Did you say you take Midas with you to the markets?
Yeah, I'd probably take you along tomorrow. But I think
Yeah.
since this is a 2-day after thing, this is probably after was it Isaac and Artemide had their like small shopping trip. You have like a ability to get a discount, don't you, Artemide?
You can get up to a 10% discount on.
Right. Yeah. Let's rock with that, so I can actually hopefully cure. Let's see. Should I roll availability for the things that I need, Rogue?
Yeah.
See if within the last 2 days, if anything has showed up. Okay, so
Yeah, so you can do 2
Vortex
rolls.
Shroom.
I might be able to, if you need to gather any ingredients outside the city, I might be able to bring someone that is not disposed in order to assist, or at least guard you while you do so.
Okay, so let's see here. Where we?
Was it over or under for availability? I can't remember.
Under.
It's under. Okay, so there's no vortex shrooms. Let me just do 2d100. We were able to find some white thyme. So normally it's 0.47 gold. If we can get like 10% discounts, it'd be like what 0.4 gold basically. So 2 silver.
Correct.
All right. Okay, we were able to find some agros as well. That's normally 0.4 gold. That'd be 0.35 golds, or 0.36 with a 10% discount.
Yes.
And then
Nice.
Lithrin. Unfortunately, no Lithrin. So 2 of the materials for Locke's Eye has been found just like in the markets and costs Isaac roughly like 4 silver. Or 3
Are you
silver.
able to find the rest of the things outside the city, or are those more rare ingredients?
Let's see here. The vortex shroom is uncommonly found in swamps, and the Lithrin is uncommonly found in the plains and the hills. Are
We've
there
got
any?
a swamp nearby, but I'm not sure about hills.
I think we have hills nearby in Ikabor.
Yeah,
Right?
that'd be some traveling outside of town.
Yeah, I guess
And
this
that
is
would
a.
take at least half a day to get out, not to let alone a half a day to get back in. It would probably be an entire day's worth, and I'm not sure I could spare somebody for that long.
Yeah, probably we wouldn't be able to make any travels outside. So the availability that I rolled, was that for both the markets and Corbus, or just the markets? And perhaps Corbus might like overcharge me for some stuff.
We can do one more shopping spree when, or shopping with Midas along.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's go to Riot. Are you there? Shu?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Are you sleeping on the second floor of this place?
I think you'd be sleeping at a different tavern just to spread the party out a bit.
Okay. There is
Probably feel much safer there as well.
Here is the
Not
map.
super comfortable sleeping across the street from work.
Right. And you guys, you guys kind of live in the grotto area, which is the slums of this location here. Everybody got a visual on this map here?
I do.
Yeah.
I can see.
Yep, roger that.
Yeah, you can click on the little areas, the little things, and they come up with descriptions and stuff. There is a thaumaturgical institute that's in the Darkfall Ridge. That's where you can go, get magic stuff, and actually go to like schools and stuff for magic.
Yeah, Isaac's at least technically a student, though I don't think he's properly ever been to the place in person. At least not in a couple years.
Does anybody go with Firo? who is playing Virion. Yeah, Virion. Does anybody go to Virion to the Silver Mine area for that trip?
Let's go ahead and also change our Discord names real quick to have the parentheses player name as well, or who we're playing.
The Discord names?
Yeah,
Discord
that is
names
helpful.
or names in the Roll20, just to help refer to characters faster as we get used to the character names.
Sure, I'll do that, but I won't change Discord because I play multiple characters in the server.
That's fair.
Yeah, I usually do that in the Roll20 games. You can like put your parentheses or whatever in the character name or however you want to do it. Varian, we don't have to do a scene unless you want to, unless you have an encounter there as well.
Not
I was
really.
afraid that
to be fair,
Isaac might follow along because he has someone that he probably wants to meet there.
Okay,
I mean, if Isaac is coming with, then that would make things more interesting.
Okay. So we'll say Varian and Isaac go over to this location during the night or something, or during the day.
Probably during the day. Isaac tries not to travel at night if he can help it.
All right. And any skills or anything that you would have on your character that would help you try to find out information, what kind of information you're looking for, stuff like that.
I don't think so. Mostly just an intelligence check at this point. There really isn't a skill that comes to mind that Varian has.
Probably streetwise would be a good one. I don't know if anybody has that though.
Yeah, that's still keys of intelligence, right?
You can
I
default.
believe I might have that, but I'm not currently with the group.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll default attribute then. You're just going there to what are you doing? Go ahead and tell me what you're trying to do there.
So with Varian, he would be trying to establish some sort of contact with the unheard. And presumably Isaac is doing the same thing except with his contact within the Valkyr.
Yeah. Isaac's going to visit his friendly merchant.
Okay.
The one who probably is with the Valkyr because her last name is Silversmith.
Alright. Varian, that's a good success. And what about Isaac? You're just going to talk to your contact?
Yes. Let's say this is as like part of his earlier, merchant kind of thing, or he's like earlier market thing, trying to like break into some markets and find some more rare materials.
Okay. Alright. So let's do a quick scene real quick with Varian and Isaac.
Yeah, this is probably an Isaac will follow along for Varian stuff, and then like if Varian can't find anything, he'll just be like, okay, let's go meet my friend. He probably wouldn't use the word friend; he'd use associate.
I'm just gonna drag you guys over to this scene here. Alright. Flashback scene. Don't like doing this really, but Isaac and Varian. You guys make it over to the silver mines. We'll say after you go and meet your contact.
Okay.
When you get to the silver mines, you're heavily watched. All eyes are on you guys. Mostly by Shadow Elf.
Look, Varian, it's your people.
Yeah, I think this is probably a good time to perhaps go our ways, as the people I'm meeting with will not necessarily be with your contact.
Yeah, I know. Fucking unheard or racist or whatever.
I mean, I'm not trying to be racist towards you, my friends, but you really do not have the necessary
Yeah.
skin tone.
I'm aware. As pale as I am, I'm not quite Shadow Elf territory. Like that guy over there with the red eyes, and he'll just point out at, like, this figure.
That said, I wish you good luck in your mercantile endeavors, and I suppose wish me luck in mine. Let's see
If you're dying, scream loudly, and I might come over and try to help. We'll see.
Will do.
Isaac will part ways and because the Valkyrie are extremely racist, so it would only like hurt Varian's chances, or not the Valkyrie, the Unheard.
And Viren would then, once he's free of his human lesser non-elite race member of the party, then he will approach the Valkyr, or rather the Unheard, or what he perceives to be a bunch of Dark Elves gathering, which at this point, not to be racist, but if you know to be the only Dark Elf gang and you're gathering and acting like a gang, he's gonna think you're from the Unheard.
Yeah, you notice you get to this section of the alleyways. You know, it's all tunnels in this location here. It goes down into the mines. Very dirty still where this place is. And this figure walks up to you. He's bold. He's carrying a blade on his belt that looks like almost like a really nice knife, possibly even enchanted. And he's got a mace on the other side of his belt, wearing a heavy cloak. He walked up and he says, "What can I help you with?"
Viren will regard him in Eldrin and say that, pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Viren. I was hoping to seek out members of my fellow race here. I wish to express my sympathies to the cause that seems to be brewing in these mines. And I was hoping to perhaps talk about a chance to express those sympathies in a more meaningful way, perhaps a task that I could carry out for you. Words are cheap. Tasks, results, actions, they speak louder. I prefer to speak loudly.
Go ahead and make a charisma check. Or make an allure check first. Oh shit! You got 2 explosions there. Rolled 2 10s.
Yeah, so charisma is only 7, but damn does he look good doing it.
Yeah. He looks you over, and that's where I was like, yeah, maybe an allure check first, because like, you know, to even look you over and be like, yeah, you have nothing to offer.
Like, damn, this is a fine ass looking Dark Elf.
He says, I have not heard your name. I am Ryle.
Virion. Viren Valerius Pax Deorum. My family moved here several decades ago, much to the dismay of our line. I believe perhaps dwelling so close to the humans has brought misfortune upon my house.
You're not a known character, are you yet?
Not yet. I suppose. Let me just double check. I think he might have that one. Like the chances of him rolling a glory check are like 10%, but I think he might have the known part. Just double check because I know that he had a life event that brought him some reputation. Let me just quickly double check.
Even still, go ahead and do a fame roll with -10.
Yeah, he is still 50 away from the 100, so.
Yeah, just go ahead and do a fame roll -10. And, okay. Yeah, he says, are you looking for employment?
Yes, if there is in fact a niche that you could help me fulfill, I have some skills in the arts of summoning, and I can work quietly when it's necessary.
He says, we are not interested right now, but come back later. There could be an opening very soon.
I will keep that in mind. If I were to come back later, whom do I speak to?
Ask for me, Rael.
Rael, I will remember this. Be an opening. I'll make sure to be coming around over the course of at the very least, the year. If there is a place where I can make myself useful to the cause, you can consider me interested.
He nods, and then you see him walk off back over to the other two. They start to secretly talk between each other.
Yep. Vern makes a note of the name Rael and keeps it in his back pocket for future potential shenanigans.
All right, let's go back to the pleasure house and actually get to meet Midas. We'll say everybody's in this scene, and this will be current time.
Hey, Artemide. I have someone you'd like to meet.
Muted.
Yeah, Tapioca is muted.
I don't.
I just realized I unmuted on the computer, but not in Discord.
Oh.
I was just saying, oh, who is it? You always seem to only talk for business. It's quite sad, really.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I do wonder why. You should
Maybe,
talk for more than business.
maybe it's because I don't want to do anything more with you.
Well, that's just insulting.
Good.
It's okay. I suppose you're still young.
Can you go without trying to get into my pants one of these days?
Yes, one of these days. And it's not trying, it's eventual success.
You're not going to succeed.
The more you say that, the more likely I am to succeed.
It's not going to happen.
I'll just let you repeat yourself, I suppose.
Either way,
Do
I
a
met.
gesture for people to come in, or Isaac to come in, as he introduced himself.
He, comes in bringing Midas with him.
The room is filled with pillows. There's different incense burners. The place in general looks like not a super high class brothel, except for this room, which actually looks good in quality, detail, etc. You can see that Artemide is by himself at the moment, as well as surrounded by what seems to be a giant python that's climbing all over their person.
Well,
Is this the individual?
Yeah, I met him yesterday. He's looking for work, and I decided why not send him your way? What's the worst that can happen? He's already an old man.
I suppose there might be some clients that have that sort of taste, though I imagine that they would just simply go to other places in the main city if they wish to satiate that.
Ha ha, very funny. You know that I obviously didn't bring him here to fuck.
yes,
Oh,
and
Isaac, you aren't into men? That's a surprise.
If it wasn't for the fact that I'm currently on clock as a doctor, we'd throw some hands right now.
Oh, that would hurt so much. Oh, bruise my skin as much as the rain pattering.
I do feel like
Bitch.
I've come between two lovers, it sounds like.
You
No,
have, but it's alright. Go ahead.
I have nothing to do with this woman besides being in her employ.
And you are, Mr.
Ah, I am Midas. It's good to meet you. I've just come to the city and I've met Isaac here over in the inn. Spoken nothing but good things about this place.
Are you a wizard?
Ah, yes. Yes, big man, I am indeed. I know some spells.
What kind of spells?
Well, you know, the wilderness is a dangerous place. I'm not a skilled wizard per se. I'm more of a businessman, but I can use some spells to defend myself and some other minorly useful things.
Can you transform into animals?
I cannot transform into animals. That is not one of my talents, unfortunately.
Do you know somebody who can transform into animals, Log? That'd be
Maybe.
quite interesting.
I have met someone in my travels who changes into animals.
Well, if you meet them again, please introduce me. I'd love to meet them.
I'd love for you to not meet them so you don't decide to open up a new facet of your business.
They wouldn't like you.
That
Wonderful.
does sound horrifying.
I never said it was necessarily for a facet of business. I don't
Wizard,
exist.
can you turn others into animals?
No, but I suppose if they die, you could consider them like, and no, I cannot. I cannot work it. I'm sorry.
Are you suggesting I eat the corpse of my fallen enemies?
No, I'm not suggesting that. I would not suggest that.
Wait a second, you said if they were dead, should I take it that you perhaps have some education in the arts of the necromancy spells?
No, I was being more metaphorical. I was trying to placate my new friend, but I couldn't. Once again, my magic's more
pity.
defensive needs.
I was just recently thinking about how efficient it could be at disposing of corpses. After all, when an entire undead construct bursts into dust upon sunlight, helps cover up what would normally be a hard to get rid of body.
Now,
Ryan, if I may, perhaps that we shouldn't immediately say such things in front of a guest who has just been recently met and introduced. Not only does it bring a perhaps bad vision upon the house, but it also perhaps alludes to some things that shouldn't be alluded to.
and I've been led to believe that necromancy is something that can get you burned in many places. That'd be too scary for me.
Well, many places is not dark rest, though. That much is certain.
Though don't let the scion find out if you decide to dabble. I don't particularly mind an inquisitive man. Either way, what would you be offering then as service? Unfortunately, I have many people who are already up in arms to defend against any rowdy individuals. So that wouldn't be the case.
My talents are for selling goods and selling people. Not literally. I don't do slavery. Um, More just convincing people. I
That's
can read and
unfortunate.
write as well.
The selling people part I might have actually asked you to do, just to test out your skill.
I can make an exception for you. New business partners. I might bend my rules just a little.
She would smirk slightly at that. Very well. We'll see how good you are when you join me at the market later tomorrow. For a few business expenditures.
Sounds like a plan. Does that mean I have a job? Or is that more... This is a test.
It means you have an interview.
I
I like to interview beforehand. The employees I pay that are not in bonds, I pay well compared to other employers. And even my slaves I at least feed quite well compared to others.
Well, that's nice.
Indeed.
You see, Midas, you've noticed he's just always smiling. Maybe even in situations where it's kind of weird, he's just always a smiling guy.
So do I consider this man under my protection as well?
You may for now, unless an interview in particular fails. I should have gave Automede's appearance. Automede has long black hair and is even amongst some of there's the pleasure slaves, the courtesans, even amongst them is in very wealthy, well-made garments. That is obviously more towards the profession of which she trades, but is still very well-looking as well.
Appreciate the opportunity, and Isaac, I do appreciate you bringing me here. The nights out there were getting a little too dangerous for me to continue living out in the woods.
You were living out on the road then. You didn't have a specific home or a reason to come here?
I would just say that I kept moving around, but I did have a shack to call my own. The reason I came was it's become quite dangerous out, and now I wish to keep the fire high, so to speak.
Very well. You have an old way of speaking, but I don't particularly dislike it.
Books will do that to you. I read many books. I didn't talk much to people. Do you get much business here?
Business is booming, as they say. It's more of a recent opening, and because of that, more clientele will come. And I believe to keep it that way, I might need to make some quick advances. And perhaps more aggressive expansions in the future. But for now, it booms.
Where are the bodies now? In the cellar?
Currently in the cellar, and the still living elf is tied up there. Unfortunately for him.
Still living elf. Wasn't he killed?
No, he was knocked unconscious. Artemide if you remember that session,
He had specifically did a critical wound toward Artemide's face that just barely got, if it was, since it was quickly healed with magic, didn't linger, but it could have permanently affected and scarred her if it didn't get quickly healed. And that is, she was incredibly furious about that. If he just stabbed her,
He damaged the merchandise.
he damaged the goods. If he just stabbed her, she would not have minded, but it was specifically the face. He's currently specifically in chains, and due to the nature or the current status of his limbs, he should not be able to move them. I'm not sure how specific you want me to get.
I can't remember if I can't remember exactly, but I thought he was accidentally killed at the end of the fight.
No, there's two that survived. There was the elf, and there
And
was
the Baltark, right?
Yeah, the Bloodtark.
Artemide specifically gave a gold bounty and said, if whoever knocks him unconscious or manages to get him unconscious will get a gold coin. And we managed to do so. Artemide would not allow him to leave the coil so quickly.
I believe castration was mentioned as one of the many punishments that await him.
Kinky.
Yes, actually.
Yes, I suppose. Well, for now, you couldn't really consider him a person at the moment, considering the current state. But she doesn't say that out loud. Now, let's go ahead and go off to the markets then. After all, I was planning on already doing that today, and I believe Isaac here is still looking for additional ingredients. Perhaps my more streetwise abilities may be able to assist you.
I can only hope so. I'm missing just the 2 key ingredients I need.
And perhaps later I'd like to check out the Magical Institute nearby.
You want to go to the... I guess I should show my face there every now and then to prove I'm still a student.
I perhaps probably could bother to buy myself some supplies for another circle or two. We still haven't used the one in the other room, but they do go quick.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you all have such pleasant intentions with your visits.
What
I do
could
think
you
I could bother
possibly be doing in the Thaumaturgical Institute that would not be pleasant? I will...
Well, I think the offers would be incredibly pleasant, actually.
I will strongly recommend to not cause a fuss there, of all places. I would like to not have my head blown off.
I cause an invitation.
Okay.
But no matter. She's gonna go ahead and start letting down the python that coils around her and gently lowers it back onto the bed, and it starts to slink back into the pillows. Let's go on a little shopping trip, everyone. I might even give a slight allowance.
I'm still waiting for my hazard pay.
Your
That's
hazard
proper,
pay.
Look, I saved Riyad's life. He would be dead if it wasn't for me. And also your face.
Artemide will go ahead and take out a coin of gold and hand it over. And you already
Wonderful.
got first pick of alchemy supplies, so no more comments from you.
As if you know how to do anything with that.
It's not always about me, you know.
Yeah. I doubt any of your slaves know anything about it either.
Do you think that I only fraternize with slaves?
You have a life outside this establishment?
Wow.
That was just
what
rude.
do you know?
Yeah, that's how I felt last time when you did the same to me.
But you don't have a life outside your, business.
Bird.
You have a
Yes, I
very
do.
dragging death, I suppose, and you have a few people you know.
Fuck. And he's gonna go sulk in the corner.
It's okay if you ever want me to introduce you to more people and actually get you some hobbies outside of your work. Let me know.
I don't have time for other hobbies.
Don't comment about other people's lives, then.
Fucking bitch.
Well, yes, I do that. That is correct.
Oh, go shove it up your ass.
Why are you only using language that I would only smirk to?
Because it's the only thing my fucking... whatever.
Yes, that is the first thing that would come to your mind, isn't it?
He is, like, resisting
You're-
the urge to grab one of the potions off his belt and throw it at you.
I'm
You're walking
immune.
into these.
I just want you to know that I'm immune to that.
Yes, I know, but it would fucking cost you money, wouldn't it?
No, I would absolutely put out the flames. You've
Oh,
already
yeah?
seen me do this.
How many?
Yes.
Stupid fucking... He's gonna... He's like,
she walks over and gives Isaac a pat on the head. All right,
Fucking-
let's go.
stupid fucking mutant.
One could say the sparks are already flying.
Oh, Varian, I do like you.
Well, I suppose if there's nothing left to be done here, then we're all to the market.
Alrighty. To the market. To be sure, do you guys want to go to the regular market, or are you going to the black market?
We'll be likely selling off the slave that we have here. It's not the elf. This will be the rather large ratkin that we have. He'll be good as a labor slave.
Okay, let's go to the regular market with the iron market.
I think I
Isaac will
recall...
also have the opportunity to search for whatever reagents on the way.
Yeah, I think I recall last time they cut out the Bloodtark's tongue, didn't they?
Yes, that is actually what I wrote a note of. We made sure to cut out his tongue so that he may not speak, and he is not literate either.
Yes, so he has no way of communicating that he was at one point in time a member of the Valkyr, probably.
Who are
I
you
also
talking about?
mentioned
You're talking about the guy that's alive?
No, the Bloodtark.
the Bloodtark that we captured. There's two. There's the Bloodtark that was knocked unconscious and the elf. The Bloodtark is being sold as a slave.
Yeah.
I also made sure that any signs or signatures of any kind that would denote clan were cut off the skin.
And you guys are gonna take the Bloodtark to the market right now.
That's right. Bloodtark no tongue, can't write, no denoting features such as signs on his skin that could show that he is part of some clan. Should be safe to sell him, and if it isn't, well, they already knew enough about us to pose a threat. Or at least the situation at hand. I guess I could also cleanse some of his fur, but that's that and this is this. Makes him look bigger this way, and that sells for more.
It does tend to be the case. How did you come across this slave anyways? Or do you purchase slaves normally?
I do. Many of my employees are, in fact, slaves. Those, the courtesans, are not.
I wouldn't imagine many people would go for such a hairy companion, but what do I know?
Oh no, he'll be used for mainly labor. He'll likely be worked to death in the mines.
Yeah, no, I was just curious about why a brothel would buy that kind of slave in the first place. Just curious.
Acquired. Very luckily acquired, mind you. You could say that we saved his life, and in exchange, he's going to earn us some gold.
I suppose he should be thankful.
Very thankful. He did some rather stupid things when he was still walking around a free rat.
All right, this is the big dude. Who's handling him?
Locke.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Locke.
it can only be
Right,
locked there, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going 10 feet near him.
Maybe for added security, Varian will have the crossbow pointed at him, just in case.
Yeah, Riyadh got knocked out by that guy, so that's all Locke. Yeah, not gonna touch that.
I have him X'd out.
Well, it's because he was knocked the gun. We made sure to non-lethal the last ones. The other ones we could not non-lethal. One because I had to die with the gnawed hands, and the other because I could not get my Khan to knock them out. Especially since they were in alchemies.
I'm gonna give him some hit points then. Have you guys been feeding them?
He may... It's only gonna be 2 days but I want him to be a strong slave. He can be fed, but he cannot sleep.
Cutting out his
Feed him
tongue.
friends.
Cutting out his tongue at his state
He'll
could
be
have
fed
possibly
soup and
killed him unless he was taken care of correctly.
I mean, Isaac would have been
By our
doing the whole
alchemist.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make a healing check.
Could I roll medicine instead?
Yeah.
As this probably would have been a bit closer to like surgery / using a little bit of magic to make sure he doesn't like bleed out as he cuts out his tongue.
Yeah, that's cool.
9.
Okay,
Hey, there we go.
nice. I'm gonna give him a couple HP. He'll have a shitty fatigue mark on him.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything, he just needs to get to the market in one piece. What happens afterwards isn't really our problem.
Alright. And how is he bound?
Chains. Specifically, I've purchased chains.
Sweet.
I would not trust rope against this.
Against the Tark with a literal... Did we remove the sword in his hand?
Yes. He's completely unweaponed.
De-weaponed.
Besides for his jaws, in which case we should probably bind his maw with chains as well, until he's sold.
Alright, Locke, I'm putting you back to max HP. Your troll regeneration powers in effect. If you've had any saga points to spend, you can refill your frenzy back up to 2 if you want to spend one of your saga points. How many saga points did you get last time? Did you guys get?
We got 8.
8.
Okay. So when you get awarded, you put 8 in your saved saga points, and you put 8 in your total. Your total, you keep track of your cumulative saga points. That's going to tell you what level you are. Once you get to 16, you'll get to level 2. Your saved is what you spend on your character. You can buy stuff like more max hit points, frenzy, mana, chi, all that stuff. You can upgrade skills. You can buy new skills, but it costs 10 to buy a new skill. But I'll let you do that while we're talking if you want. And I got a handout over here that shows you under level advancement how to spend your saga points. That's how much stuff costs. 1 for 1 hit point. As skill rating, if you want to go to rating 2, you spend 2 saga points, but only take from your saved, okay? And if you want more frenzy, if you want to like get 2 more frenzy, you spend 1 saga point on that, and that refills your frenzy. That's the stuff you spent last time to give you extra attacks, extra action points. Those are the only type of point that doesn't replenish. You have to actually spend XP on it, you know?
Well, it's because it's so powerful.
Yeah. Alright, everybody's got the sight there. Hopefully.
The grasp those chains
Yeah,
tightly
somebody.
lock.
Guess I wouldn't want that friend of ours to go rampant around us.
Make
You
sure to
put
keep it
chains
tightly.
around me.
Make sure to keep your purses tight, and any loose valuables tightened as well. If you don't trust yourself with them, go ahead and put them on my person.
Just anywhere on your person? The forehead does not seem like a good idea.
You would think so. I kid, though. I have a few other places I can put them that people cannot reach so subtly.
Hmm. Well, where would you like me to try to sell this specimen?
Let's go ahead and look towards any area or any seller in general that seems to be looking for either violent accompaniment, such as mercenaries, or any labor individuals. People who might be associated with the mining companies. Of course, I'll go ahead and locate them. After all, your specialty is speaking, not finding, correct?
That's right, and I did just get here, so I'm at a disadvantage currently.
Alright, very well. Should I do a streetwise check then?
Yeah, that'll work. To look for
Alright,
a buyer.
that's correct. One that would want a labor slave, at least. Let's see if I do good or bad here.
Also, since you guys are traveling to a new location, Riot, go ahead and do the D100 roll. See if there's a random encounter.
Oh my gosh, I know the streets like the back of my hand.
We got some lucky rolls tonight.
Oh no, we have lucky
Pretty
roll.
good.
Two
This
explosions
is
again.
bad.
All right. You guys make your way.
I am very familiar with the slavers in the area, let's just say.
Almost too familiar.
I've done quite a bit of business with them.
You guys make your way into Darkfall Ridge. You bypass one of the walls and get into like a more upper class area. There's a lot more humans in this area, but still plenty of thieves and ruffians. As you get into the marketplace, you do notice this is where they often sell slaves in the iron market. It's got its own kind of section away from the main market. And you're probably well versed in this area, Artemide, especially by your role. You kind of move through here pretty well practiced, you know where you're going.
Pickpockets will get to the people at the sides, so make sure that when you're passing by, nothing's on your left or right hip, depending on the side of the group you're on.
Better.
You find a Mentep, which is one of the Grimalkin. He's an older one, and he is sitting up on kind of a wooden platform. There's slaves around him, and there's a couple of bodyguards, like this dark-skinned human with a big sword on his back.
would I know him? Would I have located this general area, or would I know him and go to one of the people I've done business with before?
You've never really met this one in particular, but I'm gonna say because of that role, you were pointed out to this guy as being well versed in the iron market, upper echelon than what you've been dealing with before.
That's fantastic. Would I have been giving his name as well?
Yeah, his name is Gallic, and there it is. Should appear there.
Slave trader in the iron market. Thank you. She would begin approaching, just with a wide-bodied stance and a very welcoming gesture. Ah, greetings. I apologize. Let me introduce myself. I am Artemide. I have heard much about you, Mr. Gallic. Yes?
Yes, well met. I've
Well
heard of
met.
you, I believe. I've seen you here before on the market.
To have been heard of, I'll take that as a compliment. I do like being known, after all. It means that I'm at least moving somewhere in the world, even if it's up or down.
What is it I can help you with? He immediately looks towards the blood dark. The dude's in chains, after all, and looks pretty beat up.
You see, this individual was caught carousing a bit, and we decided to assist him in his position in life. After all, not having a home, not having any food in particular, and after just being such a tired folks that we helped him out. Currently, he seems unable to take care of himself, but under a proper handler and having a proper job, he might be able to put himself to some more use than his previous ways of life. And I was hoping that you might be able to take him off our hands, if you could. I believe that he is quite fit, strong, and capable. And if this is him in his low state, can you imagine how long he can mine in his best?
What alley did you find this one in?
One of the sloppier one that, well, doesn't remember the people it came from.
Looks pretty beaten.
Yes, it was such a terrible state, doing many things to risk its own life. Thankfully, we managed to spare it in time. Now,
Midas.
hopefully, oh, go ahead.
Midas, go ahead and give me a perception check. So if you click on your token, you go to attributes,
Yep.
and then you'll see perception on the drop-down menu. You click on that
Mhm.
and hit submit.
Any modifiers?
No modifier.
All right. So that's gonna be 7.
Okay. You notice that the mage that is standing with him definitely looks like a spellcaster, right? Just by his attire, just like you do, you know. He looks of similar interest to you. I will mention that. Like, you can see the garb that he wears, or maybe there's like a similar symbol, you know, that you've seen before, you know. So you just take note of that.
And, you know, Midas is supposed to be doing the sale of this slave, so, you know, the introductions have been kind of put in place, and he'll step forward and say, hello, I'm Midas, here to help with the deal. Could we talk some about how much you'd be willing to offer about this fine specimen?
Do you talk to him specifically?
The merchant, but I'm
Like
looking.
conversation.
Yeah. The merchant that we were just talking to. Oh, sorry, good.
Artemide will also let Midas know. You may also offer Isaac services of healing, if you so wish, or if they are worried about the condition. I volunteered him.
What should I think about the price that would be good for the slave, just so I know the normal rates.
The highest rate a slave can go is 15 gold pieces without any special attribute. The lowest is 1 gold piece, and usually they will have a disease or something else. Try to aim at least for 6 gold pieces.
I understand. I step forward and speak to the slave seller rather than the mage, but I do, look at him every once in a while. Look at the specimen we have right here. He's strong. I'm sure he'll live for a long time and bring much prosperity to you. How about 10 gold? I think that's fair.
10 gold. Are you kidding me? This one looks like he's about to fall over. Check him out. He sends his man over to, look him over.
And could I roll my barter skill to talk up this sale, just to see what the base rate is and figure out how much he'd be willing to sell?
Yeah.
Alright. I got a 10.
Nice job.
Am I being paid overtime for that?
You're still on the clock.
Am I, though?
Yes, you are.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. 1
You could add a
point
D6
away.
if you like. Spend 4. That's a good.
Do you have a social pool?
How does that work, social pool?
That's next to your charisma attribute. If you have a high enough charisma, you'll actually get what's the social pool.
Yes, I have 1 social pool. So if I use it, it gets me a D6.
Yeah, you can burn a frenzy, one of the 2 points that you have there. You can burn that, and then it'll give you a D6 to add to it. It's kind of like adding an argument, or kind of adding to the negotiation. And
You know what?
Isaac.
I think Midas is trying to show his worth. So I'm gonna burn my first point and add a D6 to that. That's a 3.
Nice.
And I think the argument you'd add is, I know what you're saying. He's a little beat up. So how about this? I'll throw you in a service. My friend over here, Isaac, he's the best doctor I've seen. He's helped many patients, and this slave here, he'll be right as rain and make you money. Just for another, let's say 12 gold. I think that's a fair assessment. A doctor's value is worth a lot here.
he says, I have a counter offer for you. Perhaps we could help each other.
Oh, I do.
And I have a counter offer. Listen to my friend or I'll smash you.
Oh, no.
Fuck, no.
Artemide is going to go ahead and, oh gosh. Artemide is going to... You're going to feel like a flare of heat against your backlock very briefly, and I'm gonna see if I can hide where that came from. Well, actually, no. If you looked around, Artemide would have a finger pressed to her lips.
Yeah, like...
In the market with 100, I trust that you could kill 20 men. Look, I don't trust you could kill the 200 here.
I smash everything.
Yes, yes, yes. There's things we don't want to smash here. And this conversation is happening quietly in the background. As you go ahead and negotiate Midas.
It's funny because like he started to like look over to the troll, and then everybody's kind of like, hey, no, shut up. And
But it's like, oh, what's that offer? Yes, that offer sounds. I'd love to hear it.
and Gallic kind of smiles, and he whispers something to the mage at his side. And then he looks back towards you guys and says, Ardamid, you are from the grotto, am I right?
Ah, you do your research well, Mr. Gallic.
There is a proposition, perhaps, that I could throw in, and we can help each other. A job that I need done. Maybe we could make a better deal.
Suppose that this sort of thing could take some listening to, yes. Is this something to be discussed here or at a later moment?
He says, we can speak out of it here. No worries. He gets a little bit closer, though. He does get off of the high mount and walks down near you guys. And he says, what did you say? 10 gold? And he looks over to Midas.
No, I said 10 gold for as he is now, fair price. But I will offer Isaac here as a doctor's service for 13 gold. That's all.
I believe that the coin number keeps rising higher every time you speak.
Services are costly. But how about this? I'll throw in something else for you. You know, Ardamid here comes across slaves quite often. So how about we offer that our next slave will come to you and give you a good offer?
I will buy this one.
Service for 13.
I will buy this one for 10 gold. And I will make you the offer. I give you a job in which I will pay you more gold if you succeed.
Very well. It wouldn't hurt to hear an offer, after all, from such a highly respected man such as Mr. Gallic.
He says, good. As you know, I am part of the Iron Guild here. We have problems with some people moving into the territory. And you just happen to be in the exact location to help me out. You know of the tavern, the Leaky Boot, I presume.
I am aware of it, yes.
Underneath the tavern, there is some secret things going on. Perhaps I could pay you another 20 gold to find out what these secrets are.
Well, as long as they're related to the invading people on the Darkrest turf, I really wouldn't mind. After all, fair establishments that have gotten here fair and square, fair businesses such as ours. We can't have people simply cutting the line now.
Yes. Something of interest to me. I want to find out what is being transported from the barrels down below It is not ale, mind you. It is coming in from the ships on Emerald Bay, and I need to find out what is in those barrels.
Ships, you say? I might have a contact to talk about that then.
Is anyone against taking the job? After all, it's merely investigation. And we're just helping out the locals. We're not doing any harm.
I'm totally fine with that.
She, in particular, is looking directly at you, Isaac. You can tell that she's giving you the chance to opt out right now, if you so desire.
Might be muted.
Huh? What?
Specifically, Autumnmead, after the offer, is, even though she looks over everyone, Isaac, you're able to tell that she holds her gaze onto you longer than most, giving you, specifically, the opportunity to opt out if you desire. We're specifically looking into the transportation of different goods and what might be happening under the leaky boot.
No, I heard that part. I just missed the part where you mentioned my name.
We're not doing any harm after all, it's simply investigation. And we're preventing any mishaps happening on our turf. And if the people and the patron himself weren't aware of what was going on, why, he'd likely see us in much favor.
I suppose I can help out, though. Let's try not to harm Gordak. I'd prefer to keep the place that I stay.
I prefer not to harm Gordak either. He's a rather kind neighbor.
Right.
Unlike some other unruly ones.
Does he hear this?
That would be in the small group discussion.
Okay.
And then she would begin to approach again. Mr. Gallic, I believe you have a deal.
He smiles really big. Says, excellent. All right then. Pay the man. He brings over a sack. You see 20 gold in the sack. And he says, I will give you the rest when the job is completed.
But of course.
I just takes the sack and hands it back over.
Do you require any of the items inside as evidence? Whatever they may be.
He says, yes, please bring me back something.
Very well. We'll make sure to do so.
I need to know if it is the Valkyr or the Unheard, or if there is another group that is trying to move into the territory. We have connections, after all. We have friends, you know?
Indeed. And I would do anything. Well, I wouldn't necessarily do anything, but being a good friend to my friends, she gestures towards him, is but, well, kindness amongst neighbors.
He smiles and nods, and he says, good luck then. You know where to find me.
I'll make sure to let you know. And she does a little ta-ta wave, and then looks over to the rest of the group. Well, we have a little bit more spending money now. If any of you plan on seeking anything out.
I am looking for the lab. Let's see if I can find the last little bits of stuff I need for Locke's treatment. If not, I might have to actually head over to Corvus.
For the job, in the forward pay for the job, she's going to hand over 2 gold pieces to every single person. She does not hand over the slave money, as that was something that was previously paid, except 1 additional gold piece to Midas, who made the sale. Try to let me know if you're going to offer anything else in advance from me, but here you are, and welcome. to a permanent job, if you so wish.
Locke, you notice that warrior bodyguard, he winks and smiles at you.
A warrior bodyguard winks and smiles at me. I look at him and I just say,
What are you looking at?
I didn't mean one cackle.
He says, I bet I could take you.
I bet you think that, but that's it. Your thoughts are not reality. I will take you and every single one of you in this entire field.
Look,
I
I do not
smash
say
everything.
that you can't, but I am concerned for the people around you, namely our safety, when that happens. Just because you're built to take anything doesn't mean we are. Though I do
I like
appreciate-
fighting too much.
Yes,
Well, at least
but
you're
it's
self-aware.
okay.
Gallic says, Tomato, get over here.
Oh,
Tomato.
an actual fight.
tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
He says, leave them alone. What are you trying to do? Alright, what are you guys doing now?
Perhaps we could do it some other time then.
Locke takes a dagger and cuts across his chest, and just as an intimidation factor, just so that way he can watch the wound close immediately.
Yeah, Tomoto's smiling for a second, and then he sees the wound close up, and then his eyes get wide, and he's he looks off in another direction.
He
Mutters that
he then
shit.
licks the knife, the sharp part, with the blood off the knife, just to be extra
He's being extra today.
yeah.
Slay, girls.
Painful.
Slay your enemies. Okay. Isaac, do you have to do those rolls?
Yep, time to do some availability
Can I
rolls.
beat him with my streetwise roll?
Yeah.
What do I?
I don't know if that would give him a negative 10 per odd to his D100 or anything.
Go ahead. You're trying to assist him? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, with my streetwise roll.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and do the streetwise roll, and then we'll see.
I'm not necessarily the best at searching for herbs, but I may know one or two things. 10, heck yeah.
There you go. Yeah, minus 10 on that. Availability.
Perfect. We're able to find the vortex shroom then.
Is there anything else you were searching for, Mr. Isaac?
Yeah, just one more thing. Hopefully we can find some Lythrin. We don't necessarily need it, but I think that one's for my own safety.
Your own safety?
Yeah, unfortunately that's a little bit too high. Even taking off, even taking 20 off wouldn't be enough.
I'm sorry I couldn't confirm your safety.
Yeah,
But I'm not familiar with the material.
That's fine. Isaac has been writing stuff down in a small notebook this whole time, and he's just I don't need it necessarily, but the issue is this is going directly into his eye, and it's going in hot. As you can imagine, that's going to hurt a lot. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want a troll suddenly trying to eviscerate me as I'm helping him. So the Lythrin is there to soothe the pain, but if we can't find any, I can do without it. I just would prefer not to do without it.
I don't need it. You can just do it.
Troll
Well,
cut himself across the chest just now.
Yeah,
it's a
this
hot poker to the eye. I believe there's much more pain to be had.
I almost had the chance to, the choice to just pluck my eye out myself, but I figured I'd need it, so.
I mean, it's not a hot poker. It's a bunch of hot liquid going into your eye and then staying there. It's going
I tell
to boil it, basically. But
Locke, why don't we get you a nice jug of mead back at my place before we do that?
Could you use those chains that you just got back from the slaver to chain lock up?
I'm pretty sure, unlike the blood talk, Locke could maybe break those.
Those
But it would
chains
give you
would be
time.
broken in seconds. Not even.
Yes, I much prefer Locke with a jug of mead in his system.
maybe Corvus has something new, or maybe I can talk to Alicia. One
Or
of the two.
everybody can stop being scared and just pour the hot liquid into my eye.
Well said, friend.
Shall I say I'm speaking from experience here?
The problem
How about
here,
you hand me that vial and I do it
Locke,
myself?
the problem here is that you're a troll, dear. And it is specifically effective against your species.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll do it myself then if you're too scared.
No, see, that won't work. I need to be there to actually administer it, otherwise you're going to blind yourself doing it. Look, we'll get you something to drink. We'll get you just fucking completely fucked up, wasted, and then I can do the process. But if you hurt me, I swear to God, or I'll swear to the gods, you will not hear the end of it.
Well, actually,
If I
Kevin
hurt
now
you, it
already
will be
hits you.
because you deserved it.
Well, that's ambiguous.
I mean, technically, Isaac, he would hear the last of it if he hit you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he totally would. Isaac kind of like glances off to the side. Oh, I will
Well, I
mention
believe in your
something.
ability to come back as a ghost. Let's get Locke that jug of mead before we do what was wanted. I do want Locke in a more fighting state before we enact a bit of a plan that I seem to have come up with.
We would
Right.
benefit from learning when the leaky boot restocks its mead.
Oh, I have my own supply.
I mean, if we need to know when the leaky boot restocks its meat, I have someone I can talk to about it.
Well,
That would
if the desire from Galag was to simply know the contents of those barrels, there is a way of learning that without necessarily stepping foot into the leaky boot itself. I have a contact at the docks.
Are you saying to intervene entirely before the
Well, I mean-
shipment arrives?
I'm just saying, I know a dock worker who might be working, unloading that shipment. They do often have rumors and potentially oftentimes even look inside the barrels they're moving.
Alright. Isaac, go ahead and speak to your contact to see when the barrels of just any liquor might arrive. You could go ahead, Virion, and check with your contact over near the docks.
It
Make
is a
sure-
shot in the dark, but might as well try it before committing to anything more risky.
Yes. If you're able to find the route that it takes to the place, and then Isaac is able to find the day that it would arrive, we can intercept some part way through. Locke would get his fight. He would also hopefully get his eye treated before then.
And most importantly, nothing would trace back to us, nor the leaky boot establishment that it was us.
That's the goal.
Let's get you back. Do you mind if I borrow your guest room for this? This is going to be a whole
I will
thing.
have my people move the furniture out of that room before you begin, and I will
Wonderful.
move some pillows in instead.
I see we're learning from past experiences.
I am quite adaptive.
That's good.
She
Gonna
would
need
go
it.
ahead and as people, or once they get back, she would get Gahash, the Kuthalan labor slave, to move all the furniture out of the guest room before any treatment of Locke happens.
Oh, actually, while we're here, could you help me get an hourglass as well? I do need one of those.
An hourglass. That's
Yes.
quite sophisticated.
My last one broke while I was using it. All of the sand spilled everywhere, and it was kind of impossible to repair.
Can you afford a new one? Those are
I
quite
can.
expensive. Very
If
well.
you can ever so slightly help me out. Otherwise, I might need to just offload some of my supply. No, actually, I can just afford the whole thing. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, you can afford the thing, but you may not be able to afford future supplies. I will forward you a gold piece on your pay.
Wonderful.
Alright. I will roll streetwise. You get a -10 to your roll.
Yes. Let's see. Is there an hourglass in stock anywhere? Wonderful. There is. And 10% off, you said?
10%.
That's actually a lot because this is
I know, it gets really good when things are really expensive.
yeah, it's 36 silver.
Damn, that's a big discount then.
Let's see. Right? It's 8 times 4, no, 32, and then 10% off is roughly 3 silver off. So this is
Hey,
29 silver.
the claws, man.
All right. So
I'll take a gold piece off. And remember that
I mean, it is true what they say. Time, in fact, is money.
a lot of money.
okay. I marked it off, and I now properly have an hourglass.
And did you make
Which-
sure to already have added the 2 gold pieces you received from
Yes.
the forward payment? Awesome.
Mhm.
Alright.
Don't have a ton of money, but you know, I don't need it. I'll be fine.
Did
totally.
everybody make sure to add the 2 gold pieces to their inventory? Midas, you would have gotten
I
3
did.
instead.
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Alright. Awesome. Then we'll let people go ahead and scout. Isaac will be safe. Riot, if you could go with Varian down to the docks just to make sure that he stays safe.
All right. Who's going down? All right, where are you guys going now?
So Isaac's probably going to go and begin crafting the his cure for Locke. Now that he has the materials.
We're splitting the party.
Yeah, look. And Artemide is having Riot go with Varian. And Artemide is going to try to find some place for Locke to blow off steam in the meantime. Her establishment does not seem to be the proper place for Locke to blow off steam. Doesn't seem interested in that. So perhaps some sort of fighting pit or something similar.
I'm just
If
going to
one
go
such place should exist.
try to
If
find
you'd
a
like to
place
go with us,
to
please.
rent. Do you know a place? Do you know the cost of places to rent here? I would like to get some place of my own.
To rent
Preferably
an
with a
entire place. To rent a room that is poor quality would be about a copper a night. With food. A silver piece a night for a decent room somewhere just outside the slums and closer to the market, perhaps.
I was hoping someplace with a basement. I do like to make my studies like that.
An entire building would be quite expensive, I should know. I've got my own basement, but I have to keep certain more precious materials down there. I suppose if you wish for it to not arouse suspicion, you would want to get a place closer to the black market under the mining guilds, the silver mining guilds protections. Though it might be a little bit more expensive over there, and might be a silver piece for just a poor quality room rather than a good one, so to speak. But you'd have your protection and your security.
I can plan for the future. I'll come along with you all and help out if I can.
Sounds good. So I think in total, Isaac is going to start crafting the cure. Varian and Red are going to go to the docks if Red accepts, and Artemide is going to go with Locke and Midas in order to find some sort of fighting pit for Locke to blow off steam in, just so that he doesn't get too antsy like the almost marketplace fiasco.
All right.
Do they allow magic in the fighting pit, or is it just fists?
Depends, I suppose, on the challenge.
Yeah, you could do that. Virion and Riot, huh? All right. One of you go ahead and make the D100 roll. Whichever.
It's all you.
All right, Virion, you want to roll the D100?
Sure. Let me go ahead and roll.
If it comes to a fight, you will run, Summoner.
You guys make it to the docks near the Emerald Bay. The place is bustling with people and going about their duties. There are some ships there, a lot of fishing boats mostly, but you do see some merchant vessels. Are you looking for anybody in particular, Virion?
Yeah, he would be looking to the one individual here at the works, here at the docks that he has some knowledge of. He is an old Bokral dock worker who has more or less started to get into that stage where Locke is currently, where he would rather be doing something else that isn't offloading cargo, mostly because, that natural regeneration just makes you want to fight. But he is, as the RNG generator would describe him, a close companion, cordial male of veteran age. He has probably been working these docks for as long as Virion has known him.
Nice. And he's a bog crow, right? He's not.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, cool.
His name is Zug. Sometimes he has a stutter and says it twice.
Zug.
Yeah, sometimes he just goes Zug Zug. And yes, that was an intentional pun.
All right, nice.
But yeah, he would try and flag him down wherever he can be found, and try and just on the off chance that he can maybe feed him the idea that perhaps he can earn some extra coin by looking into some of the barrels he's offloading. Or perhaps give us information as to the route they would be taking to the leaky boot so we can intercept them on the way.
Right. All right. You do find Zug. Zug. Oh, man. I wonder if this will work.
Zug is large.
Bokral usually are. Hello there, old friend. I see work is going on as usual.
That one's too hard. Can you guys even
That's
tell
fine,
what I'm
I mean-
saying?
Yeah, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything. Like, it literally did not even pick up on the mic.
There it
Yeah,
is.
this is fine.
Yep, heard you.
Oh no, it's really bad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I feel like
turn
there's
that off.
probably like a delay.
That or Discord's noise.
Yeah, it could literally just be Discord. Yeah, like it could sound normal, but like the delay.
Yeah,
Or you might, if noise suppression is on, you might want to try turning it off just for a moment
that's all
while you're
good.
using the voice. Okay.
Zug sees Virion and waves. Virion! Virion!
Yeah, here I am, my friends. It's good to see you still work the shift, even though I'm betting it's getting boring here. In fact, that's why I came here. I might have an opportunity for you to make things a bit more exciting in your line of work. Of course, I would be paying you for a service. There is a shipment of curious cargo coming in, delivered to the Leaky Wood. If you could help us, perhaps, if not directly identify what the cargo is, but at least point us in the direction of the route it'll be taking soon, there could be a gold coin for it.
Virion! It's Zug. Zug! You remember me?
Yes, I do.
Ah, how are you doing, friend? He like totally ignores like everything you just said, and
I
walks over
see.
and slaps you.
Vern will try and phrase it in more simple-minded language as he notices that the creature probably isn't on his level of intellect, and then he goes, "Strange barrels, leaky boot. I want you to look inside, tell me what's in there, tell me which way the barrels are going."
Barrels to the leaky boot. I see.
You do good, there's a gold coin in it.
He says, I ask around for you.
That's all I'm asking.
My friend,
If you
very
can
smart.
give us intel, yeah. You'd be a great help here, Zug.
I help you. Zug always help you, period.
I know I could rely on you for this. Viren is occasionally glancing at Ryad and be like, I am so sorry, I have not expected the level of brain damage of my friend to have reached this stage yet.
Do we want him to be running his mouth to the whole dock?
Hey, my friend Virion needs something. And he goes over and he finds this guy. You see the guy's got a patch on his eye. Human dude.
Would Viren have met him before?
Oh, you haven't seen this guy before.
Oh, pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr.
He says, hello. Dirk is the name.
Dirk. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Viren. This is Rad. Dirk, you look like you seem to have a better idea about the docks, or at the very least this area of it. Can I ask, what is it that you do here?
He says, well, I deal in trade, mostly. He says,
Oh, so you're a merchant.
He says, yes. You're looking for someone in particular? Or maybe a ship? A certain ship?
Out of curiosity, we were not told the name of the ship that the Mentep suspected to be carrying this cargo. We just were told that they probably arrive by ship.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, Viren will just give him the vague description that he has. The only thing that he knows of is that there will be, most likely, that he's looking for a ship that is offloading barrels that will be making their way towards some of the taverns in the grotto.
All right. Dirk is Dirk kind of like looks at you with a like a cautious glance, you know, and he seems to look around to make sure like no one is close by, and he says, "I could keep an eye out for you, my friend. I know all the ships that come through here."
You do strike me as a clever man. If your information is in fact valid, then of course, information, just as any commodity, has its price. And I'm more than willing to pay it.
And what might that be?
I was thinking, since it is rather simple for you to acquire and doesn't pose any risk to you, a simple gold for a simple information, a tip.
A gold sounds good, but you said something about risk. Um, this is a bit of risky information. If the wrong people were to find out about the information I gave you, it could be quite dangerous. Mostly for me. How about
Well, I mean,
when I give you this information and find out for you, um, you can tell me how dangerous it is, and we can gauge how much coin I deserve.
hmm. I suppose I am a fan of the 10% rule when it comes to tips of this nature. Should the danger prove greater and the value of the information more commensurate, then I could be willing to upgrade this gold coin to 10% of whatever the full amount of the endeavor will gauge. So you could potentially be looking at a couple of more gold coins, but that is only dependent on whether that information is, in fact, truly valuable and dangerous.
Well, I can tell you this, Tyrion, that there are other parties interested in the ships that are coming in and what they are carrying. They're watching quite closely, too.
Hmm.
He looks around again, kind of like windows and stuff like that. Other people passing by.
I
He
mean, that
says,
they are, but do you presently have a deal standing with any of those parties?
I do. He says,
Ah,
I also have a deal that they don't want their information discovered, and they pay me for my secrecy. So I'm sure you can understand, you know?
I see, I see. And do you owe any allegiance to these groups, or is it simply a matter of coin?
Oh, just a matter of coin, of course.
In that case, pray tell me what is the price that they are paying for this silence?
He smirks and he says, 7 gold.
Baron will try his best to see if this motherfucker is bullshitting him, because that feels very high to be getting 7 gold just for silence.
Yeah. You cannot tell.
Alright.
Rad, you could roll 2 if you like.
Yeah, I'll throw in. Nope.
Riot doesn't know that you guys are at the docks right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Riot's looking out for Ratkin still.
No, it's hard to tell. He smirks and he's got that face. You can't tell if he's being mischievous or not, at all times. He says, 7 gold for secrecy. He says these
Huh.
secrets are dangerous, though, these days. With the convergence coming up as well. And the order.
Mm,
The
you do
order
drive a
moving into
hard
the city.
bargain. Um, I'm not prepared to wager such sums just yet, but perhaps I can speak to my people if they think that this is in fact worthy of their time and you are worthy of the coin, then we can speak again. But for now, I think I will pass on such a steep price.
He says, all right. Good luck to you. Keep the fires
Uh,
high, friend.
I will. In fact, Viren will try and wait until Dirk leaves, and then he will try to whisper in Zug's ear to be like, "Fuck that, man! You're my friend. Tell me what's in those barrels later tonight, and you're getting the gold."
Zug, zug. I check barrels for you.
Tell me where they go. Tell me what's in them, and show up at the. I will say show up at a random street next to our district, not directly the Traveler's Fire, not directly the tavern, just like a street away from our place, so he can meet him there
Off
later
Red
tonight.
Alley. Okay.
Yeah, like somewhere near Red Alley, so he can have a meeting, but so that it doesn't directly implicate our place. Yeah, so he'll give him the address and tell him that if he meets him there and tells him good information, he has earned himself a gold coin.
All right, Zug, zug. You will keep quiet this time.
Vern will nod, then he will look at Riot and go, "Well, I said it was a shot in the dark. Let's see how it pans out."
Summoner, we should convince the master to give up on this job. The dangers are not worth 20 gold.
7 gold. Well, the thing is, even if there was another group actually paying for it, I really doubt that makes it something that should turn us away. If anything, that makes it more likely that this is actually worth our time and effort, because it means that whoever is going to be transporting these barrels is worth taking them. You know, it's worth our time to attack them and take the barrels for ourselves.
The merchant did not give us the entire story.
Yes,
It's supposed to
neither
be an
did
easy job.
neither did the dock worker. Welcome to Darkrust. Right, I'm curious. Were you perchance some sort of knightly member of an order where everybody was honest with one another? Is that the case?
My past is of no concern to you. Right now, your life is under my protection, and I think
Yes,
your life
yes.
is worth more than the 20 gold that this quest will pay.
Well, I appreciate how highly you value my life. I doubt that the slave merchant would agree. Perhaps if we sold him on it properly, but nonetheless, I'm flattered. As for easing off on this adventure just because there are other parties interested and that we do not have complete information, that is folly, my friend. Here in this city, we will never have complete information. Perhaps one of these nights when we're powerful enough to command it, but this is not a place where you can be assured of your task, much less of all of the intricacies that it entails. This is a place of cloaks and daggers, of shadows and sea foam. Uh, the straightforward routine that you have grown used to in your nightly ways will not serve you well here.
You speak
Sometimes
pretty
we have.
words, but you risk your life for a penance. For a pittance.
You risk your life each time you walk across a street here. This is just a place where you have to be more comfortable dancing between the shadows and what is beyond them, rather than bemoan a lack of clarity and clear vision.
Are you not content
This,
with where we are now?
this right now, right? If I'm being frank with you, is about as clear cut of a job as you can expect in Darkest. We have a location, we have a sum, and we do not need to haggle over that sum. I mean, that's what in my book constitutes a very clear cut deal. It doesn't get clearer than this.
Among the company, this will only pay for maybe a week of gambling.
Yes, which is why this is a days or night job and not a full week project. But this is how you get to the bigger jobs. First, you have to prove to the parties you're working for that you can be trusted. That merchant, that slave trader, he's going to become our friend if we do this well, or our enemy if we do this poorly. This is how things work here, right?
Accepting this job.
I can see that you're not very comfortable with this, but I hate to break it
I'm
to you.
still
This
underemployed, so
yeah, this world is a bit more complicated than just you protecting your mistress or her other employees. We're going to be mired in conflicts and politics of the city soon enough. You best get used to it.
I will discuss this with the master, but you know where I stand.
Yes, I do, and that's why I'm, as a friend, telling you that you should perhaps consider a more flexible approach to these things, lest you find yourself stuck.
All right. We're
So
going to
Devin
the
probably
we're going to the pits.
Yeah, I think we're done at the docks.
Let us travel to the pits. Alright.
Alright, time to make me a remedy.
Oh, Isaac, go.
We're going, we're doing, we're gonna cure him totally. This
I was
will
going to
not
say
fail.
go, white boy, go, but I'm pretty sure anybody with your level of disease would be very pale.
You know, just because someone's pale doesn't mean they're white.
Well, yes. I suppose that's true, but it becomes much more mud.
fumbles the check, makes the worm worse.
So, what is it? I need to roll medicine to, like, create the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Is there any way I can provide additional bonuses to your medicine?
does well-educated count for this?
Yeah.
Since medicine isn't a, intelligence roll.
Yeah. What's well educated give you?
Once per day,
An
this trait
edge.
allows the character to gain an edge on an intelligence roll or scholarly skill check.
Yeah.
Cool. We're rolling twice, taking the higher one. Alright, 13 already isn't bad, but let's see if we can get higher.
You can get high.
Pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I think
24.
24 is what the number that we're looking for here. So Isaac, you know, he brings his like alembic. He brings all of his normal potion stuff to Artemide's guest room. He sets it all up, and he's after Locke has his time drinking until he's like a little numb. What do you mean gonna have to go with 13, Chief?
Go ahead.
God. He sets it all up, and he brings out the hourglass, and he begins putting everything together. He begins by crushing the vortex shrooms and setting it aside. Grabbing a small pot with ignite and douse, he'll light the bottom and heat it for a little bit before throwing the crushed vortex shrooms inside and turning the hourglass over. until about a quarter of it goes. Then he'll turn it one more time. When another quarter goes, he will add the white thyme that he's been mincing this whole time into the pot. He will allow half of it to go before cooling it for just roughly three like quarter turns, before then pouring it into an empty white vial, or not white vial, empty vial, and his tonic is done, and that took him probably like 2 hours.
Nice.
Locke, are you ready? This is going to hurt a lot.
And it's fire.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Fire.
is it working? Is my mic working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
we hear you.
yeah, we hear.
Oh, okay. Just do it already.
Alright.
Are we gonna
Isaac
do a
will.
Constitution save real quick for Locke for drinking a jug of mead, just to see if he gets drunk?
Yeah. Body check. That's an attribute. Body check.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Isaac will place, just once again above the fire, he'll place some tweezers and let it burn for a little bit, and using good old fashioned medieval sterilization.
I think BS on the options is body save, correct? Okay, thank goodness.
That's for poisons and stuff like that. That's a save. You want to do the body check, which is under the attribute.
Well, I mean, it's technically a poison. It is alcohol.
You're checking to see if you're getting drunk.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we can get him pretty inebriated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally gave him a whole jug from my storage that I had purchased, so.
Yeah, Locke, go ahead and hit attributes and go to body and roll that one. Submit.
Like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
thank
go.
goodness. Whew.
So
My room
I would
won't
say
be too
he's-
destroyed.
I would say he's buzzed, but he's more happy buzzed than.
Look, anything to get his mind off what's about to happen, as Isaac takes his vial, and as Locke is laying down, he will hold Locke's eyes open and say, "Try not to blink," and he will begin pouring it into the eye with the parasite. And he'll take his tweezers off the fire now that they're sufficiently heated, and he'll wait for a little bit to remove the parasite now that it's going to have to battle the fucking tonic that he made.
So you're burning him.
So the tonic that Isaac made with vortex shroom and white thyme, the purpose of that is to heal, heal any damage done to the eye. Or actually, let me just bring everything up. So vortex shroom's effect is it's for parasites specifically, is what the vortex shroom is for. White thyme is for temporarily no pain.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So no pain for D6 rounds. So yeah, half a minute basically, maybe a little bit, actually less than that, a quarter of a minute. There'll be no pain. That's for the Agros, which he has on the side, is to clean the eye after it's done.
That's nasty as fuck. What was this thing in your eye?
Eye
Parasite.
rotter. It's a parasite.
All right. What is it? What's the scene look like then? Whoever wants to describe it.
It's like probably I would imagine this is like boiling hot tonic that Isaac just poured into Locke's eye. He's probably I don't know if you do like at least with the white thyme, he's not feeling the pain yet. But the moment the parasite like shows itself, Isaac will like reach in like behind Locke's eye and like pluck it out. And then
With
after that,
extremely hot tongs.
yes. And then when it's finally removed, he will then, with the Agros oil that he has off to the side, he will like smear it on Locke's eyes in order to like begin the healing process, because that's what Agros is for. It heals the eyes and cleans wounds.
All right. Go ahead and do a healing check.
I don't have the skill, so it'd just be intelligence. I just have medicine.
Okay.
I am planning on taking the healing skill eventually, but not now.
That's okay. I only have creature lore.
Nice.
12.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah, and it's good enough for him to keep his regeneration and everything intact. He's not going to take any like burning effect.
Wonderful.
Because if Locke is burned, he takes double damage, and he loses his regeneration powers.
Yeah.
Um,
The good thing I did add the white thyme to the mix, so that it's what is it? It was numb basically the whole time. Now though, he's going to be in extreme pain, and that's not my problem. I've already finished my job, and Isaac is like immediately backing away from him. Oh, he will put the parasite in the empty vial, and he'll like cork it.
I don't suppose you would give me that dead parasite.
Oh God, you've been here the whole time?
Oh yes, we all came back from everything. I've been watching, unless you didn't let me in.
No, Isaac wouldn't have like stopped anyone from coming in, but he's just been extremely focused.
I mean, to be fair, it took you 2 hours to make the mixture. There is a good likelihood even Virion and Riot came back by then.
Yeah, Isaac has just been like completely focused the whole time. Why do you want it?
I like to study things.
I'm curious, could you creature
Gold.
lore on the dead parasite?
yeah.
2 golden tears.
Oh, but I thought we were becoming fast friends. Whatever would you do with a dead parasite?
Study it. I am a doctor, you know.
How about we study it together then? 2 minds are better than 1. And I dare say I do have quite the mind on my shoulders.
I'll consider your offer, and he'll like carefully put it away and like wrap it with some rags just to make sure it doesn't break.
That's fair.
Does this mean Locke is cured of his parasite?
Yeah. Do you have the disease trait or something, Locke?
Yeah.
It wasn't a disease trait, it was a disease that you got through an event, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was like a rolled thing.
Oh, okay.
Life event.
Yeah.
This is great. Now that you don't have that parasite in your eye, your perception goes back up by 3 because it was temporarily at -3.
Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you wanted to go to the pit fights, huh?
I plan on. Well, I mean, while we can get Locke to blow off some steam, perhaps after some rather agitating damage, and I may make some money while betting on the regenerating Locke. Of course, I'm not going to tell them he regenerates. That's for them to find out mid-combat.
And unfortunately, it is past 1 o'clock here, so if we got into a combat situation, it would
Yeah. I think Viren will probably also share what he has learned at the docks and mention that there may or may not be some useful information coming to a nearby street next to our establishments in the form of Zag, who was tasked to look into the barrels and look into where the barrels were going and
How
inform us.
much was the information?
I believe the Menthep offered us 20 gold if we could find out what's in there or what's down there.
Yes, well, how much was the information that you... How much did you pay the friends that you had for the information they had?
I have promised Zug a gold coin, and there was an rather irksome looking fella by the name of Dirk at the docks who seemed to claim that he was being paid for his silence by another group who was paying him 7 gold. Whether or not that is true, I leave up to your discretion, but there is a good likelihood
Oh,
there might
that's
be
so
another
unfortunate
organization.
that your friend said 7 gold. I went to one of my contacts and they offered it for merely 5 gold. He would have to go down to 4 gold or I'd have to use my other contact.
Yeah,
You can
well,
tell him if you meet him again that your boss has another contact that offered 5 gold.
well, I will be meeting Zug later in the evening, and it all depends on whether or not he actually comes through with anything useful. If he does, then there is no need to go anything above a gold coin. Zug
So
is simple like that.
I think we're missing the point that if it is worth 7 gold to hide the information, that it's most likely going to be well guarded, the shipment.
Yeah, there is a good likelihood that whoever is transporting this will probably have some guards with it.
And do you think the proprietor of such an inn across the street would be so well connected? It seems like this might be connected to something deeper.
I'm not sure if he would be well connected or not, or if he merely lets them use his stores. But I'm pretty sure most people aren't immune to fire.
I just mean that we might be involving ourselves with a separate party we should be concerned
We
with.
are involving ourselves. I wouldn't involve myself at all. I think it's rather terrible what happened to that shipment.
Yes, I agree that is an option.
Darkest is a dangerous city, everyone knows as much. It is an awful shame that things that go into the shadows one day might not appear the next morning, but that is simply the way of things here.
I mean, to be honest, how would we have even ever grasped that a shipment was coming in? How would we even be aware of anything like that? That'd be insane.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, Zug was not told to come here nor to the tavern. He was just randomly passing by another street, and maybe we just never met. And that information happened to simply come on the wind.
Uh, that's all sounds good, but I will point out that apparently you spoke to a different man and shown your interest in this shipment. And if the shipment does disappear and people want to ask questions, the man you did not pay would be likely to rat you out.
Just real
Right,
quick,
which
which species
would be
was the man?
dangerous were that man privy to any information about me or my whereabouts.
Yes, what was the species of the man you spoke to?
A human man by the name of
Oh,
Dirk. He had an eye patch over the left eye.
oh, we're good, Midas. Humans cannot tell dark elves apart.
But he does know that you're friends with Zug.
Yes, that might place Zug in danger, but as far as I'm concerned, Zug has been itching for an excuse to stop doing dock working business and get in more with the line of work that Locke is currently enjoying. So honestly, I might be doing my friend a favor by getting him
Or,
fired.
or we could remove him entirely. Though I will say. And Marnmead's gonna get closer to Midas and whisper into his ear. Listen, if anything goes wrong, Locke can go crazy. If he wins, he wins. If he dies, what a crazy troll to have gone ahead and attacked.
That makes me remember an old saying: if he dies, he dies. I'm not sure who said it, but it was wise words.
He will continue to be paid well as long as he continues to live.
Dirk did
Very
mention
right.
names like the Order and the Red Guard, organizations that I
Yes, I
cannot
do believe he
guarantee
was
the safety
throwing
of the
out
company if we
names,
fight.
whether they were factual or imagined, but
Buzzwords. Merely all it is.
he was going on about the end of the world. I think at that point you've crossed a certain line of fairy tales.
I'm not necessarily saying he would be. The end of the world with the world in a state like this is not necessarily
Though
an
I would
impossible
say,
possibility.
if we cross-reference the information that we have, we know that a trader in the upper part of the city has interest in down in our slums. And then we know that dock workers offering or requiring a hefty amount. 7 gold is no joke. And we know that the people across the street are most likely not capable of handling the type of goods. At least I'm assuming. He doesn't seem to be so well connected. So if we put all these things together, I think there's a high possibility that the shipment really could be something very hot. Not that I'm saying we don't do anything, but I do think it's worth mentioning. And also, our job is not to destroy the shipment, it is only just to get information on it. We could always wait until the shipment has arrived across the street and just go down to look at it.
As well
Right.
as the imps having the possibility to sneak into the shipment in the first place.
That's true. There's many chances that we can gather information, but whatever one seems easiest and leaves the less of our traps.
An imp falls into a barrel, climbs back out of the basement. When it dies, you can bring it back and, you know,
But
get
the
some
only
more
issue
information out of it.
with that is we need to find where the barrels originate from for that to happen.
Well, we know they originate in the dump.
But we don't know where on the dock. There's multiple shipments coming in, I imagine.
Well, we know that one person's involved in them.
Yes, we do know that, so you could follow that person when the docks are being unloaded and cross-reference that with the shipments.
I was actually playing with the idea of perhaps, maybe even before waiting on my friend to meet us or to meet me at the nearby alley to divulge his information, perhaps summon a shadow imp and watch the entire thing from above, especially if they have to have him followed.
You can use the circle out in the other room.
That
Also,
was my
Isaac still
intention.
has his contacts still. If we're able to tell what kind of barrels, or at least the appearance of barrels, we might be able to get more information. There's different containers for different forms of booze and other sorts of things, or at least different sizes. If we can get approximate size of the shipments, or an idea of what they'll be coming in through, it'll narrow down the search as well.
We do know
As
that
long as the day is this, as well as get a day for the next shipment. Isaac is rather charming after all.
the issue is, do we know if this is a continuous shipment or just a single?
Continuous from what I've heard. After all, if we knew this to be a problem, due to our friend who knew that shipments were coming in, it should be plural.
Then we could use this next shipment just to get information, and then when the next one comes in after that, we can do the plan for the imp, or even check it out on the ship. But just another suggestion.
Yes, though I have promised Locke some opportunity to blow off steam beforehand. So I will be taking him to the pits.
Did the cat not also request a name for which organization is experimenting with the cargo?
We just got two.
And I believe we actually did promise that we'd bring evidence to him.
Yeah, which is difficult to obtain just by looking.
Again, if needed, we could sacrifice an imp. After
I've never
all,
seen an imp before. That'd be interesting.
I don't believe your summons die permanently when they die here, yes?
No, they are simply returned back to their original plane. As for seeing a shadow imp, well, that is, in fact, kind of where they got their moniker from. Ideally, if the imp does its job, it is not seen by anyone.
And even if it is, it collects a little bit, hides it somewhere you're aware of, and we can pay the greedy bugger some shiny things.
Well, I don't believe I have any more comments on the job. I think I've covered all of the bases I wanted to talk about.
I'm
Well,
going
it
to...
seems that we have our next few points of objectives covered. I suppose the next thing on the menu is just letting Locke have some fun now that his eyes are back to full fighting form.
What would be the attribute to roll insight? Again, I can't remember. Intelligence?
Isn't
Perception?
detect lies perception?
Perception. Devin, would that be enough to tell that you have a problem, Riyadh? Or at least to see that you have a problem with everything?
No, he would have like voiced it to you, yeah.
Go ahead, Riyadh. You seem to have an issue.
Yeah, he would give you the same spiel that he gave to Virion, but I think he would add in, I understand I'm under your employ, but if we were sticking our hand into the business of the church or the Red Guard, then I will return the 2 coin to you, and
We will not be sticking our hand into their business. We will be letting the person that we inform continue to do their business with them, but we will never directly interact with those factions. I have no wish to do such a perilous thing when we are such a currently small establishment. Once
Also,
we
I
do
do
it,
think it's more profitable to deal with these types of things indirectly.
my main goal here is to get a contact within the Iron Guild. If we're able to do so, then we have further trade partners outside the slums that can apply pressure within the slums. It also gives us some measure of association that can protect us from other factions that might want to ask for more safety money. We're not going to go ahead and fight any other faction. We're making ourselves friendly with one, but only friendly with them, not even allies, even if they may see us as such. If we ever get directly seen by anybody, we kill them and bail, Ryad. I'm not going to risk my employees or my establishment.
This is certainly a fun first day on the job.
Ah, yes, I'm so glad you're sober. Ryad, is this fine with you, or do you continue to have grievances? If you do, we can continue to alter things until you no longer have grievances. But to expand our property, we will require some sort of individual outside in order to assist.
I only have 1 now. My kingdom fell trying to remain neutral while picking sides. If we were
Lucky for
to
us,
ally
we're not a
ourselves
kingdom.
with the Iron Guild.
Hey guys, I'm about to hop off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Getting tired.
Thank you
Thanks for the session.
so much for staying with us.
Right
Yeah, had a
on.
great time with everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
That was a fun
Yeah.
first session. All. See you next time.
Yeah. You guys have a good one.